Ladies and gentlemen, now today I'm going to be taking my brand new 5-star Blasty Man Unawakened up to rank 4, and we're going to be having a tremendous amount of fun. We're going to be going into the very first chapter of Variant and trying to take on some of the most difficult fights: Iron Man Infinity War, Magik, Mephisto, and also some masochism nodes as well, just to hopefully really find some of the strengths of Havok and really show off this character to his maximum potential. So yeah, hopefully today's video is going to be a pretty fun time. You'll see here, we do have a bit of a decision. We've got between the rank up gem and the tier 2 alpha and resources, and because I've currently got tier 2 alpha expiring, and the rank up gem will never expire, it does make a lot more sense in this scenario, considering, you know, there are so many amazing mutants I want to take up to rank 4, specifically a Mega Red as well, that in this scenario we use the tier 2 alpha over the rank up gem. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and smash that rank up, put the ISO in this lad. But one of the amazing things about Havok that I'm so you know, incredibly happy about as well, is the PI, the power index, the prestige of this champion is absolutely phenomenal. So if we can get him awakened and to dupe level 200, he is, like, I believe still one of the, currently one of the top 10 options for prestige. He has like an absolutely insane amount of it, and especially when it comes to, you know, Alliance Quest map 7, man, we need all that prestige at the moment to stay in the top 10, but the thing is, I don't have too many mutant stones at the moment, so hopefully we can, you know, awaken Havok in the crystal opening later, because later today we will be doing a second round of the Havok and Mr. Sinister crystals. But I wanted to do this video beforehand to make sure that we're showcasing an unawakened Havok, because kind of my belief at the moment is Havok, you know, he's a very, very good champion unawakened, but his awakened ability is just a very, very nice to have thing for the character, and it does increase his damage output, makes him a little bit easier to play, but I believe, you know, very firmly that he's still an absolute banger of a champion unawakened. So yeah, we're going to test that out a little bit today, and the team synergy that we're running with just for Variant here, which is really going to beef him up a bit. So we've got two of these, blue versions of Cyclops giving plus 12% special damage, plus additional attack, and then we've just got more attack, and a little bit more crit from the Wolverine and Magneto there, but overall, you know, we got 15% attack, 24% special damage, and a lot of Havok's damage output, pretty much all of it, as you are going to see, does come from his special 3, so I think, you know, if you're trying to build a setup specifically around Havok, you're looking at, you know, increasing that special 3 damage as much as possible via attack or special attack damage nodes. Anyway, let's jump in and get stuck into some fights. So we're going to go for Carnage and then Iron Man Infinity War and see if we can kind of get, you know, any further down the right-hand side, because there might be some interesting matchups for Havok deeper in there, but we're going to have to do well on these first couple of fights. So we got Masochism Carnage here, and one of the interesting things is, his Plasma debuffs, if we can get them on Carnage, which we're going to use the special one to fire off and get excess, they interact not only with Masochism as a debuff, but also with the Despair Mastery, if we can get a few of them, to reduce the healing. So if we got like 5 or 6 stacks, even if we do trigger Masochism, like, it's not going to heal him for much at all. But, you know, we do need to get those stacks up in the first place, so I'm looking to, you know, get about 5 or 6 there. Ideally, you're going to see, one stack is about to apply, that consumes Masochism, and you know, he barely heals for anything there. Really, really good stuff. Alright, let's go for a parry here, just so we can get another charge off on this lad. Fantastic. You can see that parry pretty much healed him for almost absolutely nothing there, and we're looking to, if we can, very, very quickly race toward a special 3, because we're in a very, very prime place to detonate it. Right, let's fire that off. Okay, so we got the 12% damage bonus here, and let's see, is this going to kill him? I think there's a really, really good chance. Oh, come on, man, the energy damage. Oh, dude, that was so close, man. Oh, that's nuts. That energy damage is just absolutely mad from the special 3. That's so incredibly satisfying right there. Anyway, let's move on to the next matchup. So we got a bit of Iron Man Infinity War here, and this one's going to be a little bit tricky, man. But we'll see how we get on. You know, we do have the class disadvantage here, but I think we'll play maybe a fairly similar strategy. Or do we, you know, do we generate additional? Oh, okay. So we get additional plasma charges here from actually blocking Iron Man Infinity War's repulsor attacks. So that's actually a very, very cool little interaction there. Right, I blocked both of those just so I could gain, like, more plasma charges as well. Ideally, if you parry those specials, man, there is a little bit of net damage to be potentially gained there. A little bit concerned about those auto block stacks, though. Right, I think we need to try and, dump some of these charges, just get them under control a little bit. There we go, let's go for another heavy attack. We can ramp up a few of these, because this will increase his special 3 damage even more, and that would be a proper sick time. But, okay, right, I think we'll fire off a special 3 now. I'm not too sure if maybe this is a little bit early, or if we should have clung onto it a little bit more, because this might put us in a bit of an awkward spot, where he's like below 15%. But, hopefully that's going to be alright. That was pretty sick, man. Worked out, quite well in the end. I think we just need to, get some of those charges up, and try and maybe heavy counter at this point. Actually, no, I'll get a special 1. You want special 1 or special 3? I think there's a bit more of a surefire way to win with a special 3. Because we could go for heavy attacks and then try and keep him at about 10 stacks. But I think the special 3 is maybe our slightly better option to win this one. Yeah, we are taking a little bit of a beat down here. Maybe I should have clung on to that first special 3 for a little bit longer. We do also have the wonderful passive power game, which is helping us out a ton here. See if we can go for 1 more hit. Fantastic. That'll get him down. So yeah, a bit of an interesting one against Iron Man Infinity War there. He's still, you know, for a mutant champion with a class disadvantage in that matchup, he dealt with it really, really well. And a rank 5 Havok would have had enough reach for that Iron Man specifically to, like, completely take him out in the first special 3. Especially, you know, considering most people, when they do 100% variant, are running stuff like the 20% boost at the bare minimum. So yeah, if you've got a boost, even with a rank 4 man, or like a 6-star that you just pull out of a crystal, that would have probably been enough reach to kill him there. So yeah, pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm really, really impressed with Havok so far. He's been putting in so much work. But anyway, we are a little bit, you know, a little bit sketchy on the health, a little bit toward the lower end. But let's see what we can do against Symbiote Supreme. And this one might be a little bit interesting, because all of his attacks are energy-based. So it means we are going to be getting an additional plasma charge on all of those parries as well. Any matchup where there's any form of energy damage, like Havok, can really, really benefit in terms of his damage output. Let's see what happens on this one. We can't activate a special 3 while he has the defense one on. It's definitely not a good idea to do that. Right, let's go in for a 5 combo here, and then we'll special 3 and try and get him down. And I also think with that Iron Man Infinity War, we weren't below 50% on the very first blast, so, you know, we might have had like a little bit more reach if we had dipped down lower and held on until we had like 10 of those stacks. So that might have worked, but we're in a bit of a bit of a sketchy scenario at the moment against Taskmaster here. I think we'll use maybe a few health potions here. I don't want to use like an insane amount, but we'll chuck in 9 just so we can go a little bit deeper into this path. Maybe try him against Taskmaster and Wasp, but then I also want to try the Magik and Mephisto matchups in other chapters as well, just to see how he gets on versus those. But so far, man, he's had some cool stuff to deal with pretty much every single matchup. Putting in some solid work for an Unawakened rank 4. I think as soon as we get to the special 3 in this matchup specifically, we should just kind of take the opportunity and go for it. I think actually, does Taskmaster have a way to, like... Because I assume Havok's debuffs, they count as just standard debuffs, and after Taskmaster has 10, he doesn't take any more debuffs. So, yeah, maybe Taskmaster's actually a pretty good Havok counter. I haven't tested it, actually. A little bit curious now. Right, let's go for 5. We got 9 of the charges. We smashed that 20% bonus. So I think with a class advantage, that should be like more than enough damage to absolutely melt this dude here. Oh, no, not quite, man. And no additional energy damage because we didn't have any stacks on him. But it was, still wasn't too bad, man. This Taskmaster is, again, quite snacked up. Alright, let's get him down. So 58 hits. But again, as you see, it's just like a good, it feels like about 70%, maybe even more of Havok's damage just does come from that special 3. It's absolutely nuts, mate. But also, I just want to throw out there that I've only played the 3-star Havok, so I might be a little bit of a noob to this character. Again, this is my first rank up and gameplay video in time, properly playing the 5-star version. So if you have been playing 5-star Havok for a couple of weeks and have all sorts of cool tips, feel free to leave them in the comments below. That would be greatly appreciated if you do have the time to do that, and you are a pro Havok player. So I'm interested to see what else I can learn about this champion, because I do think, mainly for kind of prestige and fun reasons, I also think he has a lot of utility and is a bit of an all-around, like, great champion for a lot of different matchups, as we've kind of already seen in this video to a certain extent. But you're definitely going to see by the end of this video. Well, I certainly hope so. Right. So yeah, for short matchups like this, when it's just going special 3, this is when the Awakened ability would be so much more beneficial, because it would really like juice up that special 3 damage. So it would give us a fair bit of overflow on Wasp to play about with. Don't know how many I'm going for here. Maybe I'm going for maybe about 4 stacks on her, and then I think that should be good. Right, let's give it a try. Right, this should be enough, man. Oh, dude, that was so much overkill. Okay, maybe I went a little bit too much there. We didn't even see, like, the after detonation, because, yeah, that was just too damn good. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've done pretty much all the exciting matchups in this chapter, so we're going to jump into the second one now and take on Mephisto and X-23. So let's go chapter 1, villain revealed, and then we're going to go to the right-hand side, and one of the very cool things which you're going to see in a few matchups here, mainly the Mephisto and also Magik matchup. I think we'll try to do X-23, Mephisto, and King Groot, but then I want to go to Chapter 1 and try and do Magik as well, is that Havok has like plus 2,000 additional energy resistance. So for any scenarios where there is energy damage of any form, so like Magik's Limbo, Iceman's Cold Snap, Mephisto's Aura of Incineration, like Havok takes substantially less damage, which is a very, very fun time. And also, Havok actually, when it comes to the Mephisto matchup specifically, is fully Incinerate immune as well. I totally, that fact, like, totally skipped my mind for a second, but yeah, he's pretty much one of the, I would say, top 3 Mephisto counters now. Maybe the second one after Void. I mean, Void is just still, with the power lockdown as well and the power reversal, the ultimate Mephisto killer. But Havok, man, seems to be pretty decent for the Mephisto matchup from what I've seen so far. Right, let's go just for 10 stacks here and see if this is a enough to put a good dent in X-23. So 74%, just standard 10 stacks down to 18% there. Madness, mate. Absolute madness. Proper good time, though. We'll definitely take it. Now we are in that glorious Assassin's range as well, so we can enjoy the perks of increased damage there. Alright, let's go for one special one, just to end this one off. And there we go, X-23 is down. Now, I think for the Mephisto matchup, just because he is a bit of a blocker at 30%, it might be beneficial. We're going to see how this next fight goes in terms of damage. Also got the buffet node as well. It might be beneficial at a certain point to use a special 2 here. I think the scenarios, I think from like playing a little bit of Havok so far, because the special 3 is so incredibly powerful, you only want to use the special 2, like when you're fairly confident that that special 2 specifically is going to end the matchup. So you can see fully Incinerate immune, but he doesn't have a way to handle that power gain. So you still got to play very, very carefully around it. It's not like Void where you can kind of lock it out with a Fear of the Void debuff. Oh man, I wish from his Aura of Incineration you still got the charges. That would be like such a good time. Right, and again, we can only like nuke Mephisto at max to like 30% before his cheat death will kick in. So I think that should, we'll make one more special one, and then that should be enough to maybe get him down there. Nailed that perfect damage bonus as well. So yeah, I reckon he's just gonna hard stop at 30% here. The energy damage is going to detonate. That takes him down, triggers the regeneration. Perfect. So now we just need one more special 3, really, to end this. Unless we get a very nice special 2 that kind of peeks into Assassin's range. Dude, this Mephisto, I need him to charge at me, man. Perfect. So I do have the buffet node here, so it makes, you know, making a bit of headway on this Mephisto a little bit difficult. But definitely a 4-star version of Havok should easily be able to handle this fight. Especially if you have, you know, you're doing like 100% big push, and you've got some 20% boost active as well. Going to be having an absolute whale of a time. So there we go. Let's fire off that third special and send that lad into the bin. What a great time, boys. Super happy with that one. That was a really, really good matchup against Mephisto. Then we've got King Groot to deal with, so let's try and sort this lad out, and then we might go against Venom the Duck, maybe for a little bit of fun. Actually, I think, you know, Venom the Duck, there's not too much interesting there, but this Buffet King Groot is actually arguably one of the most annoying fights in the first chapter of Variant, just because Buffet is, like, so strong for healing this lad up. But I'm actually interested to see how the Plasma Charges interact when they're in overflow with King Groot's Fury. I'm actually really, really curious to see how that works. So I think I'm going to use a special one here just so I can push him to, what is it, plasma debuffs on him. Alright, so we're in a little bit of a sketch situation here. Probably should have dumped a heavy attack. Alright, so I think that he will consume his Fury to nullify those plasma charges. So maybe, so it doesn't really have too much of a benefit in the King Groot matchup. But I'm pretty sure we can do this. Alright, let's go for this one. Perfect damage bonus. Oh, mate, come on. Let's take him to, like, 20%. That would be a great time. Oh, that's so nasty. So nasty. Okay, come on, mate. Let's go. Let's get a special one out, yeah. Alright, so we just need one more special 3 to kind of round off and finish this fight. So that's what we're looking to do, lads. Get to another special 3. And then we can take this King Groot out with his massive regeneration. You can see, you know, we're not really making much, if any, gains when King Groot, when we don't have the special 3, is literally all on the special 3 to kind of push Havok's damage forward here. The special 2, I don't believe there's going to be enough reach, just because 30% is still, you know, still quite a lot, mate. Still quite a lot. Let's go for it. Oh, this should be enough, man. Fingers crossed, 28%. Come on. There we go. Absolutely perfect there. So yeah, that's one of the most annoying regeneration fights down in a couple of special 3s. Like, no champion so far has managed to survive over a couple of those big boys there. So that is a pretty great time. But anyway, let's go into Chapter 1. And I want to see if we can get this Magik down, lads. Because, you know, he does have a fair bit of energy resistance, so it should help to counter the Limbo. Although this Magik is really, really rubbish. And I do suggest, if you're trying to fight this Magik normally, Archangel is a great option. So you are, what is it? You're power locked for the first 15 seconds, and also this Magik has plus 50% power gain as well, and also kinetic reactor. So we just want to start off this fight by dawdling about for a little bit. Not really doing too much. Just trying to create maybe a little bit of space as well. And then we'll try and get her up fairly carefully so we can put her in a position where we absolutely smoke her with a special 3. You can see the limbo damage is fairly mitigated there in comparison to playing certain other characters. But still, this Magik's limbo is definitely nothing to shake a stick at. Even with that mitigation, man, it still hits very, very hard. Right, and also the thing is, because Limbo's energy damage as well, you notice it will heavily increase the plasma stacks, which can be really, really useful. So we're at 10 at the moment. If we drop the special 3, she's dead. It's gotta be it. There we go, the detonation, man. Absolutely gonna ruin her there. Ah, perfect. That was a really, really good Magik kill. Now that we've smashed out a ton of really cool fights in Variant, I wanted to jump into Realm of Legends just to really open up Havok and test some of his maximum potential. Now, in terms of the synergy here, I decided to swap out kind of the second Cyclops, so Captain America Infinity War. I haven't done extensive testing yet, so I don't know definitively which one is better, but Captain America Infinity War does bring this synergy with kind of Wolverine in the team that gives mutant champions a permanent passive 20% prowess. So yeah, I think that's kind of going to be equal to, if not greater, the attack benefit and the 12% special attack benefit of the other Cyclops. So hopefully, it works out a little bit better. But yeah, very, very excited to see this one, man. We're going to try at least, Winter Soldier and Captain Marvel here, and also get the heavy attack for additional prowess here. Which we haven't been using on previous fights just because we haven't really had the spare discharge to do it a lot of the time. But here we're going to go for it, lads. So let's get to a special one first and foremost. And then we want to try and nail in a total of... I'll let his stacks go up a little bit more, actually, just so we can get some good benefit off that... shock damage, but I don't want to let them go too high, so let's get some double mediums here. Oh gosh, the worst case Havok scenarios, especially Unawakened, is you let those stacks expire, but let's see what we can do here. Right, let's go for another double medium. Let's get a parry, so we've got those charges down to 8. Got a little bit more leeway there. Let's go for a double medium there. Oh man, we keep on getting additional charges here. It's nuts. Right, can we get one more? Okay, we got the detonation there, which definitely wasn't exactly what we wanted, but I think we'll go for the very first special 3 here, and then we'll ramp up again. And one of the cool things is every heavy attack gives a prowess, but it's not consumed, or it doesn't seem to get consumed if you use a special 3. So you can see we've got 15 there. 10 come from the conversion on the special 3 attack, but if we fire off the special 1 or 2, the 5 that we got from heavy attacks will be consumed. So, there is a fair bit going on Havok, and there is, quite a bit to get used to, but you can still see, on Havok, we've got, those permanent 5 stacks of prowess there, which is pretty damn nice, man. Pretty damn nice. So we just need to get to some more special 3s, and I really do think, maybe Unawakened, as soon as you got the special 3, it's probably quite a good idea to go for it. It just seems like the best thing to do instead of, wasting a lot of power. But if you want to tactfully wait for it to charge up even more, that could definitely be the right play in some scenarios. And I think maybe if we get a special 3 very, very close to Assassin's range as well, that might be the thing to do there. Those special 3s are absolutely mega, man. I think we saw about something like 60,000 damage off the last one. Let's pay a little bit more close attention. But I think this is really a scenario against against Winter Soldier, where you can see how much benefit his Awakened ability would have if we had it in this matchup. Because most of the time when we would be firing off these special 3s, he would have, you know, at least 3 to 4 stacks to detonate, maybe even more from the double gain. Because his Awakened ability is like a chance whenever you gain 1 plasma charge to gain 2 instead. So it can be incredibly beneficial in a lot of matchups. I think what we'll do is we'll beat him down here to Assassin's range, and then 1 more special 3 should be able to end out this fight. Come on, man, we just need to beat 8% more down, so yeah, I just don't think it makes sense to use a special before then. But we're going to have Plasma on him soon, so that, you know, might help out a little bit, but we've got 5% more before we can go for that final detonation. Just absolutely ruin this lad. 3% more now, and you know, the basic attacks aren't terrible, but they are, you know, as well, like nothing super special. Right, 18%. Smash that additional 12% damage bonus. Very, very close to the 20% there. We get 60% attack from the Assassin's Mastery now, which almost takes him down there. 71k plus a little bit more. If I'd waited for a couple more plasma stacks, man, he would have been dead. But there we go. He dies anyway. 220 hits. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Especially, you know, considering all the utility that Havok has as well, and the fact that we would have even more damage output if we did have him awakened. Although, as you know, as hopefully you've seen from today's video, he still is a bloody strong contender and a very, very good champion, even without his awakened ability. Much to his credit there. Right, let's fire off the special 1. Get that prowess ramping up ASAP. Let's see if we can get some good heavy attacks in. Once she's got a couple of stacks. Perfect. I think we might need to start from those double mediums, just so we can kind of get some good opportunities to parry, and then medium heavy combos maybe for the most what is it, value there. I'm gonna get some more of these charges. Oh, actually, was I a little bit short? Alright, sorry to interrupt the combat flow. I just got mid-fight call there. Alright, let's go again, man. Let's go for a medium and throw off a heavy attack there. I think we've got 2 more to go in terms of the prowess. Because I think I actually missed maybe 1 on the previous fight. Because Cap Infinity War, I think, gives Havok a base prowess. So yeah, that actually gives us 6, man. So we actually did miss a little bit of damage there. And let's see if we can get a 10-stack detonation. That'd be a really, really good time. Or just a 9-stack one. It's a bit risky going for the 10-stack one, because as soon as you get to 11 stacks, they're all going to expire. And then, yeah, you're going to lose them all, man. I'm going to detonate them with that special 3. But firing that one off, how much damage did that deal? Oh, that was very, very close to 100,000 there. Off a rank 4, no boost, no suicide masteries, special 3, and we could have had 1 more stack, so that was sick, boys. That was some very, very nice damage. Right, and again, we don't want to use the special 1, even though it would give her more charges, it would consume all of our heavy attack stacks, so we'd lose, you know, out a massive amount there and have to build them up again. Right, do we want to get to 10? I think we want to get to 10 stacks, man, just to get that prowess up a little bit here. Let's go for it. Fire that off. Perfect damage bonus against Captain Marvel. But yeah, I'm very interested again. I did mention this a little bit earlier, but if you are a pro Havok player, let me know your thoughts on optimal Havok rotations and playstyles in the comment section below. I feel like there is so much to unpack with this champion, but it also makes him incredibly cool because there are just so many little quirky things that he has to deal with all sorts. Right, I think we'll use one special 3, and that's going to get her very, very close to Assassin's range, and then one more special 3, and then she should be able to drop. So we'll fire this one off, because it's just a case of now finding 2 special 3s. There we go. Right, that one, 49k there. I think we had 9 stacks of the... Oh, no, we only had 8 stacks of the charge. But we're building up now. We're getting back up there. We've got 5 at the moment. Coming back quick. Yeah, I think the special 3... It gives you, like... I think it gives you 10 stacks of prowess, but only consumes 9. Maybe, something like that. Gosh, I need to remind myself of Havok's abilities. Right, so what we'll do here, because we're very, very close to Assassin's range, we are going to stack up those energy base damage on Captain Marvel and go for a super, super kill to end this video in an incredible amount of style. So let's see what we can do here. Well, actually, are we kind of racing to get her down? I don't know, points like this, whether or not it's worth to kind of consume 2 plasma charges just to get the damage over time. I think for what we're trying to do specifically here, though, with a really big Assassin's range detonation, it's probably don't need to worry about it. Right, we're gonna end this with a bang, lads. Let's go for it. Oh, okay, we got the 12% damage bonus. We're in Assassins. We've got 10. She's got 10. This should be a good time, a really good time. Let's go for the detonation. So, I totally... I don't think we got the Assassin's damage bonus there, or it seemed a little bit lower, because we got... It's still a bloody impressive special 3, though, just under 100,000. I think it was like 60k off Havok, and then 30k off the energy damage. So yeah, very, very nice, man. I love Havok. I think he's a ton of fun to play, and I think he has some very interesting, like, utility and ways with his mechanics to work around, like, all sorts of different matchups and champions. So, at least in my opinion, and I'm going to reflect this in the tier list, and maybe do a video breaking down, you know, all of the uses for Havok, kind of individually, and showcasing them, you know, very rapidly, just so that people understand, you know, how widely this champion can be used. Might do a bit of a spotlight video on that, but Havok he's a god tier champion, man. He's so incredibly versatile. He's got great damage output, such clever ways to play around certain mechanics. So yeah, I really, really like Havok. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. But aside from that, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.